Hello humans, I'm the TheAlienDoctor, but you could call me Alien, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition beta video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the latest Minecraft Bedrock Edition beta, which is obviously 1.17.30.23. There's actually a surprising amount of exciting things in this beta, so I'm actually super excited to go ahead and check it out. The first thing being, what on earth has gone on over here? Yeah, I don't know what's happened. It looks like there's some floating water. And yeah, this is mildly strange. I'm not sure how this has happened. Yeah, so the experimental features are still on. Well, we've not got experimental mowline features. I don't know what they do, though. I don't think they matter too much. But yeah, look, it's almost like the... yeah, I don't know what's gone on, basically. But it's very strange indeed. And the other thing that I noticed is obviously this is the normal area of like the testing world. This is like, yeah, this is my normal area, and we're on Y level 33. Now, if we look at the last video I made in this world, then when I was stood around here, I was on Y level 70. So the world has also risen us up a little bit because, you know, we're now on above 100, we're on 134. So yeah, this is very strange indeed. However, jumping into the first thing on the changelog, and that actually is a change in generation. So, multi-noise world generation, new and improved terrain generation and biome generation algorithm that creates more natural terrain and biome transitions. So I actually have a feeling if we load this world recreate this world in the new beta, then we're probably not going to have these issues that we've got. And what's happening over there? What blocks are those? Oh, there's the seagrass. That's cool. This is so weird, but actually kind of cool. I do kind of like this this landscape, even if it is ever so slightly buggy with obviously the floating water and stuff. So they basically just changed a ton of biome generation things, so I'll just read them out. Improved surface decoration that detects the difference between when blocks are generated underwater and underground. Introduces large ore veins to wool generation by adding more strategy to mining. Introduces noodle caves to wool generation, creating small pathways between bigger caves. Introduces the possibility of dry cave entrances that make it easier to access the new noise caves. And yeah, that is basically all about the terrain generation. So I want to do a test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot my current coordinates. I'm then going to leave the world. And what I want to do is create a copy of this world. And we're going to need to... oh, I didn't mean to load into it. Jeez. There we go. We're also going to take a screenshot of the seed right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a new world, and we're going to have the like experimental caves and cliffs features. And well, we're going to have all of these experimental features on because I want to see this new world generation. Okay, there we go then. So I've put in the same seed as the other world has. So we'll now load into it. And yeah, let's just compare the differences between the world generation. Okay, here we are. So we did just spawn in, and I have completely forgotten to turn on show coordinates. There we go. So now show coordinates are on. And yeah, so this world certainly does look different, but obviously we're at completely the wrong coordinates. So let's actually teleport over to where the testing area is in the other world. Because in that world, I did move the spawn to make it nearer a mountain. So let's see. Where are we? We're in the void because the world is still generating. Oh, wow. Okay, yes. So this area is completely different to what it used to be. So yeah, they have completely changed world generation, it looks like. Look, there's a pillager outpost over there. Yeah. So world generation has been completely changed, it seems then. Or at least the new caves and cliffs world generation. And is it just me, or is the world looking a lot flatter now? Like, this very much reminds me of earlier Bedrock world generation, when the world used to be flat, and it very much feels very flat again. I mean, it might just be this seed or this biome, but I don't know, it feels very flat. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go on to the next feature, which I want to talk about, and that is actually a change in the well, as it's called here, dressing room, or the character creator. Now, I believe this was actually in the last beta, but I didn't make a video on the last beta, so I'm going to show it now instead. But yeah, as you can see here, they have completely changed this area. So if you go to edit your character, you've either got your own skins or the area to buy more skins. You've then got these tabs at the side of the screen, and if you press these three things, then it opens up this menu, but they haven't actually finished, it seems like, naming them. So we're going to have to figure these out manually. And then I'm guessing that, yeah, that takes you to the marketplace. So we've got this one, which is just the like character selection swapping thingy. This one, which is the character creator itself, where you can create your own custom character and stuff. Yeah, I'm now a nether portal person. I don't know. This one, where you can see all of the own skins that you've purchased and stuff like that. Then this next tab is the emote picker, and then this is for capes. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good. I do like this new design, although obviously it would be more useful if they'd actually named the things, but obviously it is only a beta, so I can't really critique that. So there is a feature on the changelog that everybody seems to be talking about, and it's right here. Added logic to save and load subchunks by absolute Y index to support data-driven dimension height ranges. So here is what I've seen floating around the internet in the Bedrock Edition community. So added logic to save and load subchunks by absolute Y index. This is what is stopping behavior packs from being able to change the world's Y level. Then this, to support data-driven dimension height ranges, basically proves that, because data-driven means that we can modify it in the behavior packs because it's data-driven, and dimension height ranges obviously just means the Y level. So that means that in theory, we should soon possibly be able to actually change the height of the nether using a behavior pack. Well, and the overworld and the end, in theory, which means we can have building above the nether roof, which is very, very exciting. So some other changes that aren't 1.18 related now. Campfires and soul campfires actually stack in the inventory. Finally, it's been so annoying not being able to stack these. This is so good. So now if you push a cake with a piston, the candle will actually drop off it, which is pretty nice, assuming you have a candle on it. They have fixed the bug where collecting an axolotl or any other type of fish instantly releases them. So now, as you can see, we can actually pick up and place axolotls, and it like actually works this time, as you can see. Whereas in previous betas, you tried to pick up an axolotl or a fish in a bucket and it would instantly release it again, which is not particularly very useful. So they have changed the way you take full damage on scaffolding. So now in theory, when we jump down here, because there's scaffolding below us... Oh, that's slightly embarrassing. That's slightly embarrassing. Okay, so let's try that again. When we fall onto the scaffolding... Okay, so we do take full damage. So let's just test that again, but this time I want to fall down onto the scaffolding whilst holding crouch, because it does say in the changelog about, full damage and scaffolding being changed, and how you should no longer take full damage when you fall on scaffolding. Okay, so now let's try falling, and we're holding crouch, as you can see. We still take full damage? What happens if we try falling onto 2 blocks of scaffolding? So down there, we've got 2 blocks of scaffolding. Let's hold crouch, as you can see. Aha! So this is how we save ourselves. Holding crouch and fall. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense-ish. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. So now when mobs attack you and your armor has thorns, it should now give knockback to that mob. So let's just spawn a ton of zombies, and they should get knocked back. You know what? It might be a tad bit hard to test because there's so many of them. But yeah, you can see here that the mobs are definitely getting some knockback, which is exactly what it wants. Like you can see there, it will hit me and then it will kind of get pushed back a bit, which is pretty good. So yeah, overall, I would say that this bug has been successfully fixed. In previous versions, this was a bug, where basically mobs didn't get knocked back from thorns. But yeah, they can stop chasing me now, thank you. So crimson roots now have a small chance to actually grow on warped nylium when you bone meal it. So we didn't get any this time. But yeah, it does say it has a small chance. But in previous versions, this was broken. We should get some eventually, hopefully. Okay, so I did just bone meal this and we did get a crimson root, but annoyingly I wasn't recording, so now I want to repeat it. There we go, that's a crimson fungus. Did it even mention? Yeah, it actually only mentions in the changelog being able to get the crimson roots, not the crimson fungus. So, not sure if that's actually a bug or not. Annoyingly, now that I'm recording, I actually can't repeat this, which is very annoying. Yeah, we got another fungus. It says in the changelog that it's crimson roots, not crimson fungus. But yeah, so far on camera, I've only been able to get the fungus, not the roots. There we go. Okay, so now we've got the crimson roots and we've got the crimson fungi just both spawned in there, obviously, when I use the bone meal. So yes, I can confirm that this bug has been successfully fixed. For a while, this was a bug, however, well, as you just saw then, it has been fixed. So this last one is actually good and bad because basically they have tweaked Iron Golem spawning mechanics to closer match Java Edition spawning mechanics, which is a massive pain. So I'm going to link a video in the top right and into the description by Hey Old Guy that basically goes over these new mechanics because he is much more big brain at iron farms than me, and I'm kind of still getting my head around it. I don't fully understand it yet. So yeah, however, I do know that villager scare mechanics have not been implemented into this beta, so there is no villager scare mechanics, and I'm kind of glad because villager scare mechanics are way too OP, and they kind of take out the grind of building an iron farm. Whereas on Bedrock Edition, I feel like iron farms have the right amount of grind for the right amount they actually produce. Whereas on Java Edition, you can pretty easily make an incredibly small and simple iron farm that gets you many, many, many iron, and it kind of just takes out the grind of having to, like, get those items. They're just too OP, basically. And other than a couple of command and data-driven stuff and things, that is basically it for this beta video. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe to join the Alien Empire today. I'll see you in the next video coming soon. Bye.